Hey guys, and welcome to episode 49 of Coffee Talk with Hazel. As always, I am Hazel. Hope everybody's having a good Friday so far. I do have coffee, so it counts as a Coffee Talk episode. As always, thank you to everybody who checks these out and everybody who continues to show their support. It still means a lot to me. It'll always mean a lot to me, especially because I know that you guys don't have to do this, and the fact that you do really means a lot. So, thank you. You guys rock. So anyways, as I mentioned in my video yesterday, there's a big week next week. There's a big week coming up next week. Many new adventures, journeys, very, very exciting stuff. I am excited. Yes. So, yeah. This will probably be the last video that I post until next Wednesday or Thursday, just because I do need to start packing up the last bit of stuff that I have. I pretty much got...
Mom, you want to keep her?
This little girl.
Hi, I will keep this. Mom, you will keep this.
You can keep her.
Mommy,
Go.
because she's in your game. Oh, in your game.
We're keeping her. She's a Care Bear.
Okay. Mom, I'll put her in my bag.
Okay. Anyways, I'm having her go through, her and my son are going through their toys, deciding which ones they want to keep, which ones they want to donate, and throwing away the broken ones. Sounds like they have a lot of toys, but honestly they really don't. But anyways. So yeah. Also, some new things coming up with these videos. The Coffee Talk episodes are probably going to be on the weekends, so Saturdays and Sundays. I really didn't want to do a schedule, but with me starting my new job, yeah, a schedule is kind of necessary. However, with me starting my new job also comes with break times. So I was thinking starting like a little mini series of Hazel's breaks or something. I probably shouldn't call it that because with my luck I'd actually break something, but I'll figure it out. There's a lot of new exciting for me anyway. I hope the people who follow me and support me will also be excited. I'm just going to be doing some different stuff. So there's a lot of new things coming. Possibly some surprises, some new things. I just said that. Anyways, there's some new stuff coming, so I hope you guys will enjoy them and be excited as well, because your guys' excitement and support is what keeps me doing what I do. And without you guys, I'd still have at least one follower, and that's cool with me, you know? So, Yeah. So, as most of you know, none of these videos are scripted. I basically just come up with them as I go. That also might have to change, just because if I'm going to be doing another little mini series, then, you know, I want everything to be separated and organized. So yeah, we'll see. It's going to be exciting no matter what. It's going to be great no matter what. I'm sorry I'm moving around a lot. These chairs are uncomfortable, but that's alright. I might as well get used to them, considering my mom is letting me take the kitchen table. So, at least I'll have something to eat on. Mom, if you ever watch these, thank you. So anyway, I'm not really sure how many videos back or how many times, but I do know that I have mentioned trust. It's something that I talk about, and it's something that I bring up just because I do. Anyways, sorry, I decided to come outside. It's not much quieter, but it's a little more quieter, and cause with the fish tank and my kids, not that I'm complaining, I'd rather have my kids' noise than not have them at all, but y'all already know that. So anyways, everybody knows, well, most of everybody knows, that for me to trust anybody, it does not come easily. There are not many people that I have trusted with anything in my life, and unfortunately, the people that I have trusted have turned out exactly how I knew it would. They backstabbed me, left me behind, hung me out to dry, however, whatever term you want to use for that. So, for me to trust, first of all, trust is earned. It's not just given. And I work really hard to earn the trust from other people. You know, there are some people out there who just, you know, talk about their whole entire life story because they don't give a fuck, or they want the attention, or, you know, they're seeking somebody who can help them, you know, whatever the reason or excuse or whatever it may be, you know, it whatever their reason. I know with my website and some of these videos, there are things in my life that I talk about, you know. There's also a lot that I don't talk about just because I don't want to, mainly, and it's really nobody's business. But that's just how life is, I guess. But when I trust somebody, I trust them with everything. With my ex-husband, I didn't trust him until we were together 4 years. So it took me 4 years to trust him. But every time I started to trust him, he would fuck up and do something that would break the little bit of trust that I was starting to have or give him. And I should have learned my lesson early on, to be honest. But you live and learn. And I don't know if I've said this before, but like the night before he left us, he told me about all of the sexual encounters that he had while we were together. Starting from the very first day that we got together. And all the way up until the day before, or 2 days before he left. I may not have been in love with him, but there was a part of me that loved him in my own way. And when you hear somebody that you love confessing 8 years worth of fuck-ups that they did while you were at the hospital, giving birth to your child, raising your child, working 3 to 4 jobs, it's devastating, and it's really hard to bounce back from that. Now, it's been over a year since my ex and I split up. I'm totally fine with it. I'm over it, But the whole trust thing, I struggle with that a lot. And because I struggle with trust, it tends to make me insecure. It tends to make me question everything, which then in turn brings up other questions that I really don't have a right to ask, or really even a right to want to know. And then part of me doesn't even want to know. But then the other part of me is like, well, if you know, then at least you know. But then once you know, what are you going to do with that information? And if you're anything like me, the information that you get, it's going to sink in. It's going to sink in, and no matter how busy you try to keep or anything like that, there always comes a point where you just have a split second, a millisecond even, and that shit hits you, and it hits you hard. And you become down on yourself and even more insecure. Starts to make you wonder if the way you look is good enough, if the way you act is good enough. So then you try to act a certain way so as not to want to make the person you're currently with disappointed or unwanted, or you act an entirely different way while at the same time trying to maintain the cute, adorable part of yourself that, you know, is what you're hoping at least got you them in the first place. And it's not like you do it on purpose. And if you do it on purpose, then you have more issues than I do. I don't like to play the victim. I try really hard to not even call myself a victim, because it's part of life. You know, everybody goes through shit, but it's how we handle that shit and how we allow it to affect us or don't affect us is what matters. You know, I've been through some shit. You've been through some shit. That person over there has been through some shit. That person behind you over there has been through some shit. Everybody has been through some shit. And everybody handles it differently. And growing up, my brothers always made fun of me for being a crybaby and being too sensitive. And my grandma always told me it was because I had a big heart. And to never allow anybody to destroy my big heart. To not let the cruel world or the cruelties of the world get to me to where it changed my heart. And let me tell you, the shit that I've been through, it changes a person. When you've had to deal with the things I've had to deal with, or even the things you've had to deal with, you know, it changes people. It makes them wonder their self-worth. And if you're anything like me, then you know that thinking you have any self-worth begins to feel unrealistic. Because if your own family don't want you, and you don't have any friends because they didn't want to hang around you because of whatever their excuse is, and your husband walks out on you and your kids, and you have to deal with your kids saying, I hate you, I want my dad, or vice versa, it makes you question a lot. And then in turn, you begin to question whether or not you even trust yourself. Now, me personally, I'm an open book. You can ask me anything, and as long as it's like about me and it doesn't involve anybody else, I'm more than happy to tell you. Because, you know, that's my business. But, like, if you ask me, like, about me and my siblings, I'm not going to necessarily tell you depending on that question. Because, you know, it's also their business. And that's not fair to them. And I don't want to overstep any boundaries. I try really, really hard not to overstep boundaries. Doesn't always work in my favor, but I at least try. And trying is at least better than nothing. So, I don't trust easy. And if I tell you that I trust you, please take it with more than a grain of salt, because it's not easy for me to do. And if I trust you, then that means you have done something truly magnificent to earn that trust. So please, not just me, if anybody tells you that they trust you, don't take it for granted. Because there's a lot of people out there who don't trust anybody. So, know who your real friends are. Trust easily, but not too easily. And, as always, it's not a requirement, but subscribe, like this video, leave a comment if you like. Because sometimes you never know what you're going to find on these Hazel shows.
I find wrong with it. And yes.
My kids find it hilarious that my name is the same as Team Rocket. They said I need to marry somebody named James. First of all, I told them I'm not getting married ever again, so... And second of all, nah. I'm perfectly happy with who I'm with. So, there you have it. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Hazel out.